Okay, so today in this live, I'm gonna be just discussing um the big three beef and unpopular opinion on how I think J. Cole actually won. Now, a couple of days ago, the information came to me that um this happened. So Drake pretty much didn't he couldn't just take one, he couldn't just take his L, and he made himself look even worse by taking legal action against, I guess, streaming platforms promoting they not like us and all this kind of stuff, and something else. But I'm not really like into it. But if you ask me, this is more evidence to J. Cole won. Now, back like 7 months back, when J. Cole removed his song, his diss to Kendrick Lamar, when he removed it and he apologized for even putting it out. Was it 7 minute drill? Yeah, 7 minute drill. When that happened and he got on stage and he apologized, everybody was like, they was just pretty much like shading J. Cole and how it just makes him look worse and it makes him look bad. But if you ask me, this looks worse than a man just being accountable and being like, we all cool, we all like friends, we all got money, we all have a spot. So what's the fucking point? Like, that's maturity. And for some reason, when it comes to like, I guess it's the difference between men and women, because women, I'm a woman, I see that as a sign of maturity, which is better than both. But of course, I can understand the argument that, oh, this is like the rap game. It's just for shits and giggles. Like it's like a fun thing to do. But actually, what Kendrick did was annihilate Drake's career at this point, if you really think about it. And the fact that Drake has been kind of upset that he's been depicted as this soft light skin, this makes it look worse. Does it not? Does this not look worse than J. Cole standing on stage and just being like, fuck it. This is crazy. This is stupid. I'm above that. So back when this whole beef and stuff happened 7 months ago, I was quiet and I was paying attention. And I noticed that, I would say, women who women who are kind of like, if you hear stuff in the background, that's just my cat playing with her stuff. But yeah, when all this was going on, I would say women that lean more masculine, as well as men. Maybe I only seen one take up for J. Cole. The rest of them, everybody else who leaned masculine or was a man, was like, oh, that's like some pussy shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like, why does claiming maturity and actually acting your age, why is that being cowardice? Like, how is that being cowardice? I don't think that when it comes to J. Cole's rapping abilities, I don't feel like he has nothing to be worried about. Like, he can't actually measure up, to be honest. I just feel like he raps differently, but I don't think that is nothing to where he would be intimidated by Kendrick. Definitely not Drake. So I just felt like, how come a man being a man, like, that's actual sign of being a man, whereas everybody else kind of seen it as like a sign of being a coward, and I'm just like, what? Um, yeah. So basically, Drake accuses UMG and Spotify of scheme to artificially inflate Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, which doesn't even, I can't even agree with that because the song, people like the song. And if anything, why don't you come for YouTube as well, Drake? Because YouTube, I guess, I mean, I guess you can't, but um, you could say that YouTube had something to do with it because, as far as I knew from people who kept playing the song, was actually able to play it on YouTube because Kendrick pretty much took like he took off the fact that he has to put a copyright or whatever on his song or whatever. It was like where everybody could pretty much play it also on YouTube and not get a strike. And so why don't you come for YouTube as well, Drake? or the management team or whoever had control over the YouTube page to allow tons of people to use it. I mean, people just like the song and they fucked with the song, and you just mad that your career, and it makes you look soft. But then you come back with this, it makes you look softer than soft, and it's just like, come on, dude. Yeah, I mean, J. Cole to me, at the time when J. Cole got up there on stage and he said what he said, he had won. Now, I did not know this, and I bet a bunch of other people didn't either because nobody talked about it. But is this sharing for me? Yeah. J. Cole actually broke his silence on Drake and Kendrick Lamar's feud in new song, Port Antonio. Did anybody play that? Probably not. Nobody even gave it a chance. And because I guess we like to see people like to see negativity. They don't like to see anything positive. That's what I noticed. This world is mostly negative in I was actually watching that therapist, the gamer therapist guy, and he was talking about like confirmation bias and stuff like that that makes I forgot what the name of the video was, but I'll put it down below. But in that video, at the end of it, he was like, you know, I hate to say this, but actually, the way that people see the world that's more negative leaning, you would actually be more accurate in the reality interpretation of the world that we live in. So you're actually right for being slightly on the negative, cynical, overly logical thinking side or whatever. But still, that's just what people like. They like drama and negativity. It's not a lot of people that are here for positivity and growth. And I think that this man has showed it a lot. There's some questionable things about, I guess, his dating that I heard about and how he treats women that I can't back. But as far as like, to me, he's one of my favorite rappers, right? Since Forest Hill Drive. But yeah, let's read this. He said, "My friends went to war. I walked away with all their blood on me." And I guess Drake, I don't know, Drake must have liked this or something, but J. Cole was a key player in beginning stages of Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, but dropped out early after removing his Kendrick diss track 7-Minute Drill from streaming services. Now J. Cole has broken his silence over the feud in his new song Port Antonio, which he dropped last night. This was October 9th. Nobody even talked about this shit. But at least J. Cole, in my book, is way better than Drake. I don't know why he came back and said anything. I just wouldn't have even made a track. But yeah, reference to the big three rappers along with Drake, Kendrick. So let's read some of the lyrics. He addressed that conception head on. "I pulled the plug because I've seen where this was about to go. They wanted blood. They wanted clicks to make their pockets grow. They see the fire in my pen and think I'm dodging smoke. I wouldn't have lost a battle dog. I would have lost a bro. I would have gained a foe. And like, really, did we really need this for the big three? Did we really need it? That was my thing on it. Like, yeah, Kendrick Lamar, like he totally killed it and everything, but it's like, did we really need to see our top rappers really like do this? But it's entertainment. I get it. It's entertainment for folks. And actually it will go down in history a little bit in rap history. So we haven't had something like that in a long time. So it kind of sucks that between Drake and Kendrick is like completely damaged. But now J. Cole is gonna be in the middle of two individuals that don't even like you see what I'm saying? Like it completely messed up just unity. UNITY, whatever happened to that, right? Let's see, keep reading. Cole uses a friend metaphor to compare his lyrics to a gun, but says a gun isn't what he wants to be. The beef and its winners and losers are inconsequential to their overall purpose as artists. He raps not for beefing, but for speaking our thoughts, pushing ourselves, reaching the charts, and connecting with people on an emotional and intellectual level. All right. Yeah. So I don't know. Drop your comments down below. Fight me on this, combat me on this, comment, whatever you want to do. But to me, man won. He ultimately won because technically he didn't have to really engage with any of this for his career to still be where it's at. Versus Drake playing like, I don't know, Drake is like one of them kids on the playground where, he acts like he's tough and pushing people, and then the moment somebody push his ass down in the sand, he crying. Like, no, you can't do that. You participated and you came back out. Whereas J. Cole, he saw it, he saw what it was before it even happened. And people had such a problem with him. But, he'll still be one of my favorite artists. I'll still love playing his music. And now, there's this thing where even during the holidays, I was joking with one of my cousins. I was like, "Oh, you gonna play that Drake?" And like, it's a cultural thing now where even though Drake has made some pretty good albums and music that we all can look back on, right? Now is this thing where nobody really wants to even listen to Drake's music as much anymore. And they're seeing this dichotomy of him being like close to 40 and still talking about very immature things that came from like so much early Drake. And yeah, but J. Cole, really J. Cole, you know, he's kind of like neutral in this, but I think he's more than neutral. He's just like way above it. And to me, it may be lame to other people, but to me, that's my type of entertainment. I'm an INFP, so things like this, things like this give me hope. The person who's like, I'm above this and I'm not gonna fight my friends because, yeah, I don't have to be, I can be, I could live in the world, but I don't have to be of the world, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Fight me down below. Leave your thoughts and perspectives. That was this Vlogmas topic, is what I think I'm going to call this. And yeah, I feel like I made a pretty strong argument. Yeah. So fight me. Okay. Catch y'all next one.